Hey, buddy.
Hello, hello. Coming to you live from Colorado, finally.
Coming live from Grimes, Iowa.
Nice.
As always. So my little busy traveler bee there. You should have enough miles racked up to go to fucking Paris for free.
That's the goal. Maybe Tahiti or shit,
Bali.
Mexico to just hang out with you in a couple of
Fuck
weeks.
yeah. 1 week, baby. I'll be on
Next
a
week,
fucking jet plane, tanning my balls,
you got your swimsuit ready?
if that's what you want to call it. Yeah.
Your small
You
piece
mean
of
that
fabric.
you mean my loincloth.
Your small piece of fabric that goes down there.
Exactly,
You
exactly.
know,
And you know what? I am not going to be the only one like that either. So
no,
yeah,
no. But I doubt you have run into many Russian folks down there. Did you know
I,
last time
I
I
would
was in
hope not.
Mexico? Last time I was in Mexico, I shared vodka with a Russian guy. It was
I
pretty
I
fantastic.
I think like shared like, did he have vodka or you guys are just drinking vodka?
We were just
Did he
drinking
bring
vodka
it?
together. So we were drinking high end vodka, and it was a lot of fun.
What's high end vodka?
I don't know. I couldn't even
Okay,
say the
I'm
words
no
on the
okay.
bottle.
I'm just asking. I'm just
Yeah,
asking. Like what's high end
Hawkeye,
vodka? Okay, Hawkeye
Hawkeye.
vodka.
What? Oh,
750 for a fucking hog leg. Hell yeah.
can't beat that one.
No, hell no, hell no, hell no. Yeah, so fucking looking forward to it, man. I need to fucking get aways.
Which part you're going to?
Same place, Cancun, the Hard Rock.
Yeah.
We
There
love
been
it
any
there.
there been any murders there lately?
Not that I'm aware of,
No, that's
and
good.
we just might miss the big spring break crowd. So,
Yeah, there's a lot of people on spring break this week.
oh hell
So
yeah, yeah. So I think we're
which
just gonna miss it. And you know what? I mean, fuck, who cares?
I was
You know, if they're there,
flying
they're there.
home.
What's
I
that?
was flying home. I was flying home yesterday, and laid over in Chicago. It's Midway, South Side Chicago,
Did you get a
representing your
Did you
side.
get a Chicago dog?
No, I got there at 9 a.m. I landed at 9, so I
And
had
you can't have a fucking hot dog at 9 a.m.
I had a breakfast Sammy
Oh.
and some beers at the bar.
Oh, so I can
Uh,
drink a beer at 9 a.m., but I can't have a fucking Chicago dog. Is that what you're telling me?
no Chicago
Okay.
dogs. The
All right.
places weren't even open yet.
Oh,
They're missing out on business because the airport was packed.
oh, I bet.
Uh, but they were thrilled that for the first time in years they could dye the Chicago River green.
They haven't
The
done that. Yeah.
Irish, yeah, the Irish pubs were thrilled because there were lines out the door because I guess
Yep.
they did their big St. Patty's Day celebration on Saturday.
Yeah.
So it was big changes,
Yeah.
big changes
But
last.
unfortunately, they better get this shit done now because look at this. What the fuck's a Deltacron? This literally just hit the news today.
Yeah,
There's a new fucking variant. I guess the Omicron and the Delta variant fucked and made a Deltacron.
that sounds about right.
Yeah. So
I'm
can you
going
believe
to
that shit?
also look at the ads that pop up for you now because you buy those swimsuits.
Um, they're just still basically just that company that I bought them from.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
I'm really not getting. Yeah, and you know what? I'll look, see, see what what the
See what the
fashions is
competition
out there.
is.
Yeah, what the
See,
fashions is. Yeah, yeah.
uh,
We're
so
so funny. You know
what
what? I get. Go ahead.
what day do you leave?
Next Tuesday, so a week from tomorrow.
Cool.
Week from tomorrow. Can't wait. Can't wait.
We'll
Yep.
be doing a live show from Mexico then.
Oh, we are. I'm gonna bring my laptops, and I know they got internets there. I'll just have to go down in the lobby because I think and I'll just sit at the bar, and maybe I'll have
Don't do
some
it
of
from
the
the.
guys.
You gotta be doing this from the
Well,
pool bar at the
I can.
pool.
Fuck, but all them drunk ass. So if we do it, okay. So if we're gonna do it next week, are we gonna do it? Or yeah, well, we'll figure it
Two
out.
weeks, yeah.
Yeah, 2 weeks. It'll probably be better on a Saturday if you can,
Hmm.
because
Should
the good thing about spring breakers and that I'm an old fucker is you don't see no one till motherfucking 3 o'clock.
start rolling out of bed.
They start
So
rolling out of bed and then they're fucking up all night. Going to like what the fuck is that? Ah shit. Congo Bongo, whatever they got that shit downtown, and yeah, and then they fucking roll in at 8, 9 in the morning, and then you don't see them, so it's not that bad.
Do you ever go off the resort? Like, do
We
you go
do,
downtown
we
places?
do, we. I mean, as weird as it sounds, we'll jump on the public bus and go to the big grocery store
Hmm.
down at the point.
And
By
have
like,
never had any, no
we'll
problems.
no, no, none at all. There's a fucking Hooters down there, man.
Yeah,
So, we
I,
were there a couple years ago, and we're sitting at Hooters, and they had some old UFC fight going on. And guess who the fuck was on that UFC fight? That chick that owned Beefcake Fuel here in Waukee.
no way.
I fucking shit you not. I was like, I couldn't fucking believe it. Yeah, so
Yeah,
crazy.
she
Yeah.
made it. She's in the big leagues then.
Well, yeah, she was on fucking TV in Mexico, so I don't know. I think
She's
this was
still,
an old fight though.
yeah.
Rodish, Cassie Rodish is what her name was.
She's still
So yeah,
making. She's still running that business.
I don't think so. I haven't heard nothing about it. So yeah, I don't know.
Mm,
Oh well.
interesting.
Oh well.
I heard there was a tornado that ripped through. We talked about
Oh,
that. My rental property's all right.
good.
7
Yeah,
people died. Yeah,
yeah.
but
It
my
was like
property turned out all right.
yeah. It was like an E4. And did you see? I mean, they had like the breakdown of like what the EF categories are. Dude, I think they were like over 200-mile-an-hour winds for that E4 that went through Winterset.
In March.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, that's not supposed to happen in March.
No. Well, yeah, it is. It's fucking Iowa. So we literally had a blizzard on fucking Thursday and a tornadoes on fucking Saturday, or
Yeah.
vice versa. The tornadoes on Thursday and a blizzard on fucking Saturday.
Well, that's no tornadoes or blizzard. Well, I was in Virginia last week, and the first 2 days I was there, it was 80 degrees, and by the end of the week, it was 15 and whiteout conditions. I was like, holy hell!
Yeah.
And
Did you
I planned
were
for
you
the 80
prepared for that?
degrees.
Yeah.
No,
So
I
yeah,
planned for the 80s and had no like long. I didn't have a jacket. I didn't have a coat. So,
yeah, crazy.
but
Yeah.
tell you
I mean, just
what, rolling in BSDIC style though, because rental car company we were supposed to have a minivan to move like boxes and people around.
uh-huh.
But when we landed, there was no minivan in the parking lot for National. But there was a full tricked out, black windowed out, great rims Ford Expedition, like
Really?
hundred
Well,
thousand
dude,
dollar
you
thing.
remember that fucking big dick Dodge Durango I got when we came out and
Yeah,
visited you? That was like, what the fuck
right.
is this? Big old fucking Hemi. Got a Hemi.
One of
Can't
the
afford
guys
the
I
gas
was
now, but
one of the guys I was with was I think he knew about a similar rental car situation in Denver because he's like, yeah, I rented a car once from this like all-side place, this little shanty shack and everything else.
yep.
They gave me a car with a broken windshield. I was like, sounds like the same
Dude, that
place.
Durango I had
I
had a
know.
fucking broken windshield.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Funny.
So the island of misfit toys out
yeah.
there.
Yeah, whatever. Hey, whatever's cheap, man. I don't care. 4
Yeah,
wheels, steering wheel, and a seat. I'm not too
that's all you
picky.
need. But
Yeah, not too
rolling
picky.
around in that vehicle out in the Virginia D.C. area, though, everybody just thought we were Secret Service or something
Oh
rolling
yeah.
around.
Oh yeah, I bet. Did you
Yeah,
see anybody famous?
no,
No. Okay.
no.
Well, you never know.
Let's see here. No, definitely not.
Did you see
But
anybody famous in the airports?
yes,
Did
probably.
you?
I don't know.
But you don't know.
No.
Okay. Probably. Possibly.
Listen, does anybody famous fly like Southwest and coach? I
You
highly doubt it.
I
I
think
highly
you'd
doubt
be fucking surprised at what some of these fucking people fly, to be honest with you.
it. Maybe someday. Well, my flight left at 6 o'clock in the morning on Sunday, so they're not flying that early. They're gonna find a
No.
better flight out than
Right,
that.
right. Or they're flying their fucking personal jet.
That's
So
more
that's
likely.
yeah, so that's probably more likely. Yeah.
Now, that midway runway though seemed awfully damn short because it seemed like we touched down and like braked hard, and we're already at the other end where they're ready to
yeah,
take off. So I was
yeah.
curious. I mean,
Well, yeah, I'll bet you that is probably one of the shorter, probably a lot shorter than like O'Hare.
yeah.
Well, it's in the middle of a fucking city, literally in the middle of the city. on the fucking south side.
Right?
An
Yeah.
international fucking airport. Yeah.
Let's
It
see
ain't
here.
yeah. So
Let's see here. 5,500 and 5,100 feet.
that's what's that Midway.
Trying to figure out.
So that's what, a mile and a half long?
No, that might be right. That might be O'Hare. 6522, it says.
Whose is that? That's like 2 miles, dude.
No, just over a mile. Just over a
No,
mile. But
because
let's see.
3,200 feet. Oh, that's a quarter mile, isn't it? So that's, yeah, mile and a half, I bet.
O'Hare runway length. Yeah, half. It's half.
Who's that?
So Midway's runways. And the reason why I felt short is like because I've learned. I enjoy watching the markings and figuring it out. How far
Do you even
along.
know what those fucking markings mean?
I do, because I get curious after seeing so many damn airports. And
L26H, you really know what that means?
and so O'Hare's runways are 11 and 13,000 feet, where Midway's was 5,500 feet. So they had to
There
like
you go.
rock that,
So,
or set that thing down and stop it.
yep. So you got to be the fucking man to land that fucking Midway as you're fucking tree topping the fucking houses as you're coming to your fucking landing. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yep.
And then they do brake stands to take off. So they just like
Yep.
hold the
Yep.
brakes, spin those engines
Yeah.
up, so they just like
Yep.
taking off like fighter pilots coming
That's
out of
fucking
there.
great.
So
That's great. But yeah, it's in the middle of the fucking city, in the middle of
can't
fucking
miss.
south side. Big ass
Cannot
airport.
miss. I wonder how many like touch and goes people have to do because the pilots just screw the pooch on it.
You know what? I don't know.
I
I never
don't know.
heard of anyone doing it from there, but yeah. But yeah, here's like, yeah, that's way north. I'm fucking north siders, so
Yeah, they get
I don't even
twice as
I
long
don't
as
even think
airports.
fucking O'Hare Airport like touches any part of fucking Chicago, but Chicago claims it.
What suburb is it in then, do you think?
I think like Niles is like literally right next door to O'Hare, like Niles and shit. Yeah.
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 Well, Denver annexed literally the road that takes you to the airport. They own
Who
the
did?
road. Denver, the city of Denver. That's because the airport doesn't actually sit in the city of Denver. Well, technically, it sits in the city of Denver, but because they annexed the road that takes you to the airport, just so they could claim that it's still the Denver airport.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Otherwise, it'd be in like Stapleton or something like that.
Yeah, like O'Hare doesn't. Yeah.
Look, and here's the other crazy thing: the lady sitting next to me had a connecting flight from Denver to Colorado Springs.
Really?
Yeah, and for those that aren't familiar with the area, by the time you do a layover and take the flight and go through the other airport, you could literally
It's
drive there. I don't know
yeah.
why there's a connecting flight from Denver
Yeah.
to Colorado Springs.
So when last time we came out to see you guys, it was a full flight, of course, no biggie, but literally so we were the connecting flight. Started in Denver, flew to fucking Des Moines, and then when we get to Des Moines, they're like, whoever is flying on to Las Vegas, stay on the plane.
What?
Yeah. So it went from Denver to Des Moines to Vegas. Fucking Southwest. That makes no fucking sense.
That's the complete wrong direction.
I know.
Complete wrong direction.
I know. No shit. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? I'd be pissed if I went, we had to go fucking east to go all the way fucking back west, but whatever.
Yeah, because by the time you got landed in Des Moines, you could have taken a direct flight to Las Vegas. It's about the same distance.
Crazy.
No,
And
Lions weird.
and I think our fucking flight was delayed, and it was fucking late when we got back in her. But
became a mess.
Yeah.
Became a mess. The TSA mask mandate on planes is supposed to end this week. We'll see what happens there.
Oh no, it didn't. It's extended to till April 18th. Well, of course, it's spring break. That's why the fuck they did it.
They extended it again, huh?
Yep, till April 18th. Man, you are really out of the loop, bro.
Yeah, there it is.
We need to just catch up on current events next time you travel.
I was so looking forward to it.
Oh, so was I, dude. I don't want to wear no goddamn mask.
TSA to extend mandate till April 18th.
Yep.
Damn.
Sorry, man. You're still wearing a fucking mask.
Well, at least all the planes now are back to serving booze. So everybody,
Well, we that fucking Southwest fucking flight we took back did not. They
they
fucking
did it
threw
right.
you a pack of fucking peanuts and a fucking warm glass of a half warm glass of water and said,
Of
"Leave us
milk.
alone.
They give you
Yeah,
some more milk and said go to
leave us
bed.
alone. Here's what we have to offer to drink: water and water. What do you want?" Yeah,
Warm, and some more milk to put your
yeah,
cat
yeah.
down. Hey, is that
Hey,
blanket still on the couch at the firehouse?
no one knows where that blanket is, dude.
It never came back.
You
It never came back.
you're talking about the little thing that lady from the grocery
Yeah,
store made for us. Yeah, fucking
yeah.
see shit fucking hit it because they were all fucking pissy about it being on the fucking couch. I don't know why.
I know,
Yeah.
but I figured that maybe it might have made a reappearance. But
Nope. Didn't, dude. You know what? I didn't spend a lot of time searching for it, but I just kind of looked around a couple places. Yeah, they're just fucking weird.
it's gone.
They're weird. I think you can Google fire department C shift, and everyone will say the same thing. They're fucking weird.
Yeah, I haven't met
Yeah.
anybody. I haven't met anybody that like hates A shift yet, though. Well, now see what's the, but now
See,
it's changed. It's
A,
changed, and so now we've got
A
the B
shift
people.
A shift was cool when we were there, but then all the cool people from A shift went to B shift, so now B shift's cool, and A
B
shift's
shift,
kind of like,
cool.
you know.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I had
just
a
how it
heck of a
goes.
time getting onto this podcast today. I'll have to share a picture at some point with my setup of my computer
Actually, I
that's
think I
holding
can
up
do.
my iPad.
Actually, I think I can do that, bro. I had that up here. I
Oh,
was
it gets even
thinking about that. So
it,
yeah,
it gets even
look at me trying to do this.
it gets even better now though, because now
How's that?
my phone is leaning up against my iPad
Oh, there
because
you
my
go.
iPad died because it was about dead, so I had it plugged
So
in, as you
so
can
like, are
see in
you on
that
your
picture.
phone?
Yep. Yeah,
Oh,
leaned up in
really?
front of that iPad. So it's like the Russian dolls thing right now.
Yeah, gotcha. Oh yeah, just like small. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, I don't think you can buy those anymore.
No,
And
we're
they took all the Russian vodkas off the shelves in the stores.
that's why I have to go to Mexico now, so you can drink
Yeah,
so you
because
can drink the vodkas.
well, yeah,
Well,
they still
actually,
got
it's
to
probably the
taste
best
good.
thing in that. It's probably the best thing to happen for Tito's though. What other American brand vodkas are there?
Oh, I mean, everyone's making a fucking vodka now because I think, I think there's something in the distill process, or maybe that's something else where vodka comes out one end and like gin or fucking something comes out the other end when you're distilling it.
Really?
I don't know. Yeah, I thought. I mean, I might be wrong. If anyone's ever watching, you can chime in and comment. But yeah, I thought, or maybe it's whiskey
So
or something comes out one end and something else comes out the other end or something. I don't know.
so vodka and gin are the
But you can have like what is it? Vodka can be made out of corn or it can be made out of potatoes, and one of them's gluten free or like I don't fucking know,
I
dude.
guess I
Dude,
really don't.
I love Absolute. Well, okay. I'll be honest. I mean, like last October when Hy-Vee had their big sale, I bought 8 cases of Tito's and 8 cases of Absolute.
And which one
So
was better? Because
Tito's is
Absolute is
better. Tito's is better, but you can't fucking pass up $9.99 a bottle for Absolute. Absolute's good shit, man. I was Absolute fucking. That's all I fucking drank until I got
where's
introduced to
this,
Tito's, and then
where's
fucking
Abs
Tito's is fucking good, bro. Tito's is
where's
by far the
Abs
best.
where's Absolute
Absolute's made in
distilled?
Schweden. Schweden.
I thought
I
that was
don't
Svedka.
know. Stolichnaya is, I think, the Russian vodka that you can't get anymore.
Well, that's right. But
So
what about
Svedka, ain't that like 50 cents fucking vodka or something? Svedka,
the
dude,
cheap ass vodka?
you could buy a 55-gallon drum of Svedka for like $10. That's like fucking rock gut shit. That's like worse than goddamn Hawkeye. So no, but
And he can't get it anymore.
right. Well, there's Polish vodka, obviously Russian vodka, um, American vodkas, Tito's, but yeah, all these little micro distilleries around ever are, making their vodkas too. So, but Tito's, I mean, I don't know, man, it's fucking smooth. I don't know what they do. Plus, they love dogs.
Listen,
Vodka,
I enjoy
vodka for dog lovers.
my vodka. On our trip last week, one of my housemates brought an 18-year-old aged Scotch, which was fantastic to drink for the first couple of days. So thank you, John, for that.
Good deal.
Very, very tasty.
You know what?
And then we introduced him to good old fashioned Templeton because
Templeton Rye. Good deal.
Yeah.
So who brought that?
We found it in a liquor store in Virginia.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So
Nice.
well,
Okay.
you know what? So it was the Indiana version. It wasn't the real Templeton.
Dude, shouldn't you be drinking some bootleg fucking moonshine in fucking Virginias?
Yeah, but if you get to the hill country,
you can't be very far off. It ain't that big of a fucking place. I'm sure somebody knows somebody to know somebody.
Well, right. Kind of like the boot.
Probably.
Kind of like the Templeton. But he enjoyed it. He said it's a good daily drinker, so he thought he would try to find some more.
Templetons?
Templetons.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
And then
so I didn't have. We went out bar hopping with the fire marshal and his wife and his daughter Saturday.
Okay, where'd you go?
All the fucking shitty dive bars. Nice. Where the fuck did we start at? Like, they started out at G Migs, and then we met them at Couture's, and then we went to Vista Pub, and then we went to Carl's downtown.
Carl's place,
and then did we go somewhere else? I don't remember, but we ended up at 165 in Bridgewood, but it's like called Blue Shark now.
Was it just you and them, or was it a whole big group?
Nope, that's it. They just went out for breakfast, and I texted them. I was like, "Hey, what are you guys doing?" They're like, "Oh, we're fucking bar hopping." Where you at? We're in.
Nice.
So yeah, it was fun. But like I said, I didn't do a fucking shot of Jameson.
Not
one. And I mean, Jameson's some smooth fucking whiskey, man.
Are you on shift? Whiskey. Are you on shift on Thursday?
I am on shift on Thursday.
Damn.
And there's like 100 people off already. So yeah, there ain't no getting off that day. Yeah.
Was there a big party downtown this year since it's normal?
I don't know if they did it last weekend, if they're doing it this coming up weekend. I don't even know when Sully's is having their big tent. Or if not, so that's right. Okay, so after where the fuck do we go? After we came back to Vista, we stopped at Sully's. There was just a bunch of fucking dirty ass fat dudes and spandex bikers in there, dude. It was fucking packed. It was like packed.
Bicyclers or motorcyclers?
What motorcyclers do you know wear fucking spandex?
The new modern day ones.
There was just like way too many fat people in spandex, and it's like you couldn't get anywhere. So we left Sully's and went across the street to Charlie's filling station.
Well, of course.
And introduced some people in our party with their fresh squeezed Greyhounds, which is vodka grapefruit juice, and fresh squeezed screwdrivers, and they're by far the best.
Yeah. And now that Charlie's is the new Charlie's, it just doesn't have the same vibe as it used to.
It was still. It was packed, but not like Sully's. So, but you gotta experience it. So.
Oh. Yeah. Sully's. Yeah, that's what I meant. Sully's isn't the same since they changed it, right?
Right. It's the new Sully's. No, it's the new Sully's, and I mean it's a nice place, but I mean I don't know if they're having a fucking tent party this year for St. Patty's Day. I don't know. Right, I guess I should ask the fire marshal, and I'm gonna have to get my shit together and start getting some more equipment. He said he will definitely wants to come on our podcast.
Nice.
I told him there's no followers or viewers. Yeah. Oh, he's got some stories. Plus, yeah. I mean, I got the room here. I'll just have to get shit set up, and yeah.
He'd be our second special guest.
Yes.
That'd be all right.
Yeah. Right. He said, hey, whenever we'll do it. I'm like, right on, man. Let me just get some shit set up.
That'll start the trend. Then once he's on, then he'll realize that it's not so bad. And maybe some other folks will come on and hang out with us too.
I mean, I tried to send the link to fucking BJ. He's like, fuck no, I ain't being on that show. I was like, I don't think you have to be seen You can just be
No, you can
heard.
call
Right?
it.
Yeah.
You can call
Yeah.
in.
Call in.
Call in.
Long time listener, first time caller.
Listen, that's the way it's going to be. And he's not going to
Yeah.
call in because he's afraid you're going to get him on the hook to come out and actually fix your switches, so you don't keep going.
Motherfucker. Well, the lights literally just went off now, but I got the big garage door open. So
Yeah, so it doesn't matter. It's that beautiful time of year where those doors are open, lights coming in.
Yep.
Oh,
I'm gonna throw up our swag shop banner because just in case anybody wants.
The most popular thing
swag.
on that site so far has been the coffee mugs, which I see you're drinking from today.
Oh fuck yeah, dude! The fucking coffee mug's awesome. Love it.
Yeah.
Because it's the big coffee mug. Like, I mean, whatever size they are. Yeah, it's a huge cup. It's a big cup for a big dude.
That's right. We don't do anything half-ass around here from views from
No, we fucking better not. We can't do anything half-ass around here. People go watch some other site.
Plenty to choose from. New podcast today.
Yeah.
But this is episode. I was telling somebody last week about this because they were like, "Oh, we should do a podcast." I was like, "I've got a podcast," and they're like, "Oh, my buddies and I had one. We were like 54 episodes before we quit." I was like, "Shit, we're halfway there. We're at like 21. We're not doing
no. This is like 22, isn't it?
22. So
isn't it or no?
We're not doing too bad. And the likes and follows keep going up. We're up to almost 400 on the face pages. Yep. So we're gonna. It's happening.
Yep, I'm fine with that. Yep, I think we're doing good.
What about any of those Chicago connections? Any of those guys want to come on here?
I bet you I could get my buddy Cookster. We can probably send him. Dude, that dude's got some fucking stories. I'll text him, and maybe next because I can send him the link, and then so we could I'll text him, see if he's busy. I mean, I don't know what your schedule is. You're thinking about Saturday? Can't do it Saturday. Gotta do it Sunday. I'm at the firehouse Saturday.
Sunday it is then.
Sunday it is. I'll text Cookster. I'll say, hey bro, can we send you the link? And if you don't have the video camera or whatever, just chime in. And he's a great guy, man. He's got some great fucking stories.
People can't be too afraid or say they don't have the right technology and stuff because I'm literally on my phone today. So it's
and I can't believe the quality. Yeah, but you probably got one of them big dick. I got the fucking iPhone 600 and it can see the future and
it's a crystal ball phone.
It's a crystal ball phone. I can see the fucking future.
I had to get. I'll be honest. I did have to get a new iPhone. Mine.
I know. That's why I brought that up.
I had the last one for about 5 or 6 years until I got real frustrated a couple weeks back, and it met its demise. We'll just leave. Just leave it at that.
Yeah.
But that's a story. That is a story in and of itself.
Yep, that's a story in itself, and maybe we will pick at it little bits, but it's all good.
The demise of Eric's iPhone.
The demise of So
because it was a long slow death. It was a long slow death for that phone until it wasn't, and then it was a very fast and painful death for it.
So is it this month or was it last month? Did we talk about this last episode about Women's History Month? I want to say we did.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody recalls how I looked on the last episode.
I'll have to look back. I don't think I watched the last one.
Well, that's probably good because I think I was sleeping through half of it.
Oh, you could have been.
Because I was pretty damn tired that day for some reason.
I was pretty damn tired.
Because we did it in the evening time on a Monday.
I know. It was fucking horrible. We got it. Today's Monday, but
we got it in though. We got it in.
We did. We stayed true, and that was all you. Because I said, dude, if you're too tired, if you can't do it, we'll fucking skip a week. He's like, you're like, no, we got this far. We're gonna keep fucking going.
Yeah, because momentum. Once the momentum stops, that's the end.
Then you're like, well, we don't have to do it. And hey, I'm fine with it, man. Like I said, whatever day we can figure out we can do it, we're gonna do it. So
I saw your individual post yesterday about the delayed flight, delayed takeoff for this episode. Oh
yeah. The little video.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I I gotta throw something out there because there's people that listen afterwards, and I just don't want them, if they were busy, like, oh man, what it's a fucking Sunday, and I gotta make sure I'm available to watch these guys. After
I
I
know.
just got home from church, just got home from eating breakfasts, and yeah. So I had to throw a little shot out there. And you know what?
Hell
Hey,
yeah.
shit happens, man.
Yeah, so
Shit
I got home
happens.
from my work trip yesterday after being gone for 8 days, and Olivia had a nice little surprise set up. So,
Can you say what that surprise is? Because
oh yeah,
I threw out some ideas. I mean, I talked about what the surprise
uh,
should have been, but what was it? Or
she,
you don't have to
no,
tell
I
us.
could.
I don't have to put you on the spot, bro.
Well, so we just went out for lunch, got pedicures because the week was on my feet all week long,
Yep.
walking around on dirty, shitty floors. So got my feet cleaned back up, and had a nice time and ended up.
You guys had a spa day.
And then we ended up taking
I
baths.
like
So
it.
we did have a spa day. Yeah.
I like
So
it. I like it. A fucking
yeah,
spa day.
that's right.
Nice.
So
Nice. Good deal, man. You guys deserve to pamper each other or yourselves.
once in a
So yeah.
while, once in a while. So
Yep.
that was a nice treat. That was a nice treat, but unfortunately, it meant we were delayed by a day for this.
Ah,
So
you know what? It is what it is. People got to understand life gets in the way, and like I said, being an adult sucks sometimes. So, like fucking paying
adulting
bills.
is
Yeah,
hard.
adulting is
Adulting is
hard,
hard,
bro. Yeah, that's
right?
why there's Tito's to get you through it. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. One of the guys I was with last week, his daughter is 15 or 16 years old, and she was texting him about schoolwork and that this kind of cute, not cute boy asked her if she wanted to be her boyfriend and stuff. And I was like, oh man,
Well, that's just for
to
the
have
week.
right, exactly,
Yeah.
to have 15-year problems again, to be 15-year-old, have those problems.
You know what? But maybe
Yeah, I
your
know.
fifth,
My
but
first
maybe
massage.
your 15-year-old problems were different than my 15-year-old problems.
Well, that's true. I'm sure
Okay.
everybody's 15 is different, right?
Everybody's 15 is different, but their problems nonetheless.
Relative problems.
I think that your
Stepmom.
stepmom that said,
Yep.
"Do you remember your first massage, Eric?" Yeah, it was
It
from
wasn't.
it was from that girly boy in the Philippines, wasn't it?
I think you're getting confused. I think you're getting confused with your self history there.
Oh shit! Oh
Yeah,
shit! I thought that was you. Just to let everybody know, I can honestly say I have not had a massage because ain't no one fucking touching my body. I fucking
ever.
freak out ever. I've never had a massage because you can't be touching on me. I mean, I don't mind laying there naked to get a massage, but you are not touching my fucking body. Can't do it.
So then you're just gonna be laying there naked with
Yeah.
nothing happening.
So massages are out. Just the thought of someone touching me just like freaks me out.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So she mentioned that Alex, my stepbrother, and I got our first massages on the same day. I don't know, because we went to an event, a family weekend, I suppose, at a nice
okay.
hotel. It had spa packages, and
Well, yeah.
yeah, I was grown up when I got
Right
my
on.
first massage, and now I try to make a little bit more regular occurrence of it. In fact, I actually try to
I
get
mean,
a massage a month now.
I've got fucking pedicures before, and I got my fucking a manicure. Just, I mean, not no polish or no. Oh no, I did get my fucking toenails polished, but yeah, I don't give a shit.
We were massage versions. Neil's still a massage virgin.
Yeah,
That we got to work on that.
no, because
I'm
ain't no one
gonna.
touching my fucking body. I don't. Yeah, you can't. No, don't touch me.
Mm-mm. Uh, no, I try to get a massage every month now. I like it. It's good for the soul.
Good. Okay, good for the soul. Yeah, still not gonna do it, bro.
Listen,
Sorry, man.
Probably be good for you.
It probably would. Well, is there a happy ending at the end?
Ask your partner.
ask my
Start
partner,
there. Start there.
or do I gotta find the massage parlor? So you gotta find a massage parlor that gives happy endings.
There was one guy in Des Moines got arrested for doing that, touching women inappropriate. It was a male masseuse.
but the girls didn't ask for it. I think he just did it. You know,
That's
because
right.
if I
That's the
go in
issue.
there, I'm like, hey, what do I get for this fucking $50? You know,
And then you're like the owner of the Patriots, and you get arrested. And
well, he can do it. Duh.
yeah,
Why
he got
can't
away
I
with
do it?
it. He got away
Well,
with
well,
it
well, of
after
course.
a while.
Speaking about the owner of the Patriots, what about fucking Tom Brady coming out of retirement? Huh? Huh? Huh?
Not pleased.
Why?
If he came out of retirement, he needed to go someplace different.
You know why? Because
Because
fucking
now it's the boy who
because
cried wolf syndrome. Nobody's
because
gonna trust him ever again.
no, because fucking Giselle's like, your fucking ass ain't gonna sit at home. You need to go get a fucking job. Is what the fuck
Actually,
happened.
we were joking about that last night too. He's like, he's been home for 3 weeks. He's like, y'all suck. I'm out. I'm going back
Yeah,
to work.
exactly. Fuck this. I'm going back to work.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Pay me millions of dollars and yeah, which is
No,
fine.
I mean, yeah, but now it's the boy who cried wolf syndrome. All these guys that retire and then come back, and then retire and come back. I don't know.
Well,
It kind of
but
tarnishes the end of their
but
career a little bit.
really, it's like, yeah, I'm gonna retire, and then like a month later, it's like, nah, I'm gonna play. So I'm not really calling that a retirement.
Just enough to get everybody talking about him twice.
Just enough to build up that fucking buzz.
Hmm.
Or maybe it's because Tampa Bay couldn't find a good fucking quarterback. They're like, dude, you gotta come back for one more year.
Yeah, because Russell Wilson moved to the Broncos.
Yeah, look at that. Are you happy about that? Well, you don't give a shit about the Broncos. You're a
I
goddamn
don't really
Bills fan,
care.
but
But
yeah.
a lot of locals are questioning it because the Broncos like completely sold out their future for this guy. I mean, they
What
gave
would
up
they
a
give?
shit ton of draft picks
I was just gonna say, did they give up like every fucking first and second round draft pick for the next 10 years?
for the next like 2 or
Well,
3
what
years.
about the
Yeah,
fucking Bears giving up Khalil Mack? What
yeah.
the fuck were they thinking?
Going into rebuild mode. Everybody thought it was going to be rebuild mode, but he's the only one they've let go.
Oh, it's fucking crazy.
Oh yeah, the guy that
Crazy.
we were talking about that too. The guy that just had paid like $500,000 for Brady's last quote unquote last touchdown ball, like the day before he came out of retirement. That guy's
I
Brady owes
thought
him
I thought he got that ball back because he threw it in the. Didn't the receiver throw it in the fucking crowd on mistake?
No, they're just talking about that. There's some guy
Oh, okay.
bought it.
Oh,
After that.
okay.
Yeah. And that's why you can't buy the last touchdown ball because all these jackasses come out of retirement. It's not actually last touchdown ball.
So guess what that ball's worth now? Nothing.
Zero. Right.
Not a fucking thing.
That's why
Sucker.
yeah. Brady's last TD ball sells for $518,000 just hours before he announces his own retirement. So
Too bad it's not his last touchdown ball though.
no.
Oops.
Sucker.
Yeah, exactly.
Try again.
Sucker born every day. Good job.
That's why. Well, you're better off buying the first one rather than the last one.
Yes.
Because there can never be another first one. You know.
Correct.
Oh, I'm sure everybody's thrilled that Joe Buck and Troy Aikman are going to be Monday Night Football announcers now.
Well, they're both fucking. I fucking hate Joe Buck.
I know. So you're going to have to hate Monday Night Football for like the next 5 years.
I like really fucking hate Joe Buck. Really do.
Yeah. But ESPN picked him up, so you're stuck with him.
Yeah.
You got to quit the Monday Night Footballs.
Hey, but the AFL or the USFL starting up here next month.
Is that the new kind of like the quote unquote development league?
Well, no,
I mean, they're going to try new rules and shit.
I mean, well, no, the USFL was back in the 80s because I remember fucking Chicago had a team called the Chicago Blitz, and it was the USFL. So, is it a developmental league? Yeah, but it's all the ones that I mean, how many kids graduate fucking college and are really really good but never get fucking drafted or don't get picked up as free agents? They're the ones that are going to fucking play for the USFL instead of going to fucking Europe. I mean, there's a lot of talent out there. It's like, I'm sorry, I'm not a fucking 341 pound lineman that can run a fucking 4.8, but I can run a fucking 4.9 and I won't get fucking drafted. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
there's going to be 8 teams in the USFL.
Yep.
8. Let's see here. We've got
I
Michigan,
think,
New Jersey, Philadelphia, and Pittsburgh.
huh. That's all like
Then we
all East
got
Coast teams.
then the other ones are Birmingham, Alabama,
Oh,
Houston, New Orleans, and Tampa Bay. Now,
well, that's like the Southern. It's like the Eastern and the Southern divisions,
yeah,
kind of. If you
they're
think about
calling
them.
they're calling them the North Division and the South Division.
Yeah, yeah, that's cool.
Um, yeah, I'm kind of
I
curious why
think
they stuck them all in places
Vince
that already have
McMahon needs to
NFL
bring
teams,
back
though.
the fucking XFL. That was the shit.
I think it is coming back.
The XFL.
XFL.
Yeah, that fucking Vince McMahon. He's a fucking genius.
Maybe not.
What days does the Lingerie Football League play?
Siri, Google doesn't know that. Is that even still around?
I don't know.
Yeah, football 2022, LFL, the
Lingerie
LFL,
Football League.
LFL US.
I'm pretty sure they're probably going to go to court because they don't make the same amount of money as male players.
Let's see here.
What do you think?
Legends Football League, LFL. That can't be right.
No, it's Lingerie Football League.
Right. I don't know. I can't figure it out.
Okay. But still. All right, bro.
Here we go. You
got it?
Got it real quick. Yeah, so you had the Baltimore Charm, the Chicago Bliss, Cleveland Crush, Green Bay Chill, Las Vegas Sin, Los Angeles Temptations, the Minnesota Valkyrie, the Omaha Heart, the Orlando Fantasy, the Philadelphia Passion, the Seattle Mist, St. Louis Saints, and the Tampa Breeze.
That was that 16 teams? 12? That was
4,
a lot of fucking teams.
8, 12, 13.
Yeah, shit.
Yeah.
Bigger than the USFL.
Yeah, 5 more.
Yeah, right on, man. Good deal.
Sweet. All right.
Sweet.
So we're going to see if we can get the
bro.
Cookster on next week. And then the following week will be Mexico.
Yes, I will text the Cookster. We got to do it Sunday, so we'll have to figure out a time because I don't know what your schedule's like.
Yep.
If you can do the 10 a.m. 10 a.m. my time or whatever, we can figure that out. Whatever your schedule says. But yeah, we'll figure. But I will text the Cookster and say, "Hey, man, we need you on the show."
Sounds good. I like it.
Sounds good. Good deal.
Our going away sound effect will not work since I'm on my phone.
Fuck! I was just getting ready to fucking text it. Okay.
That's right. My dad's looking up the Orlando Fantasy. Yeah,
Is
go check out Orlando. Yeah, that's what it says down here in the comments. So. Yeah, go check out the Orlando Fantasy. Once you get that done, head on over to Tampa, and check out the Tampa Breeze.
Breeze.
See what they got going on.
Nice. All right, bro. So
good episode. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for the delay, everybody. Appreciate you sticking with us.
Appreciates everybody. We appreciates you. So, and Eric, as always, love you, bro.
Love you too. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, man.
All right. Bye now.